let's talk about how you are going to get fiber into your day. Okay. So I know through my work with a lot of my clients, they know that they have to have fiber. They know that it is important to feed the bacteria in their gut. I'm sure this is something that you know as well. We know that fiber helps us feel full and satisfied. We know that it helps create consistent bowel movements. We know that it helps eliminate the waste and toxins. We even know that it plays a role in estrogen balance, okay? Just because we know this doesn't mean that we all have an easy time getting this stuff into our diet. So I have a couple things here, and I'm just going to share with you some of the ways that when I don't feel like thinking about things too much, I know if I grab for these handful of items, I'm going to be in a good place and I'm going to be getting fiber. You can do some of these things day to day. You can use them specifically when you're traveling and on the go. It kind of fits a couple different things, okay? So again, these are just some of the tricks that I use when I know I'm gonna have a busy day, which is almost always. I'm sure that's the same for you. So let's see. First thing is that an avocado has about 10 grams of fiber. Now, when our goal overall is about 30 every day, you're about a third of the way there. Now, that's if you eat the whole thing. If you want to start out slowly, or if you don't tolerate eating that much fat at once, have a half. You could put this, mash it up on your toast. You could eat it with your eggs. You could throw it in a salad. You could actually just kind of slice it up and eat it, or mash it up, put a little salt and pepper on it, have it with, peppers or carrots or celery or corn chips, honestly, whatever you want. Apples have about 5 grams. Now, again, depends on the size a little bit, give or take about 5 grams of fiber. If you add peanut butter to it, and this is going to vary a little bit brand to brand, this has, for example, 3 grams of fiber in 2 tablespoons. So this could be an 8 grams of fiber snack if that was something that fit your day and sounded good to you. You can also use any other kind of nut butter. Just again, take a look at the label and understand how much you have to eat to get a certain amount. You can eat more or less than the serving size, but you do want to understand what it is that you're actually getting in so that you aren't letting yourself kind of take advantage of yourself. Okay. Olipop, you guys have heard me talk about Olipop a million times. This is one of my favorite drinks. I love them. They have 9 grams of fiber in them, every single can. They also have tons of soothing gut healing herbs. It is such a refreshing option. I take these with me when I'm on a road trip because it's an easy way to keep myself hydrated and get some fiber. We've got a ton of different flavors. This one actually is one of their ones that has a little more sugar, and the total grams of sugar are 5 grams. So you can use these. I have a code, it's Strata15 if you order from online. Okay, let's talk about some nuts and seeds, because sometimes I think that people get taken advantage of here a little bit. So sunflower seeds, just for example, this has 3 grams of fiber. It's not nothing, but when we're talking about 30 grams for your whole day, this isn't your bang for your buck. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't eat sunflower seeds or any of these other things I'm talking about. Clearly, I have them. They're almost gone. I eat them often. They're wonderful. I want you to know, though, what is it that you're getting your fiber from? And you have to have a 1/4 cup of these to get those 3 grams. Trust me, a 1/4 cup is more than you think it is. If you're just sprinkling some of these on a salad or in a soup or on toast, you're not getting to your 1/4 cup. So maybe you're getting 1 gram of fiber, but probably not a lot. Same thing for almonds. So I think this is, again, a 1/4 cup is going to give you 3 grams of fiber. Now, this maybe is more likely that you actually grab a handful and you get about a 1/4 cup. Just measure. You don't have to do it all the time, but you can measure once or twice to get a really good idea of like, how full do I make this container to equate to a 1/4 cup? How does that look and feel in my hand so that I have a really clear idea? Hemp seeds are another one, about 1 gram of fiber in 3 tablespoons. So amazing for other things, not your bang for buck when it comes to fiber. Okay, now this is one of my favorites. So these are cacao nibs, and in 3 tablespoons, you actually get 8 to 10 grams of fiber. Again, it depends on the brand. This one is 8. I've had ones before that are 10. This is chocolate in its kind of most raw form. You could see that there. It's just the cacao bean. So it's very bitter. It's not sweet. I think to eat them on their own is disgusting. But when you put them in yogurt or oatmeal, or you put them in a smoothie, if you're a person who likes texture in your smoothie, I highly recommend, or in a smoothie bowl, something like that. They're amazing. Again, though, you need 3 tablespoons, and it's more than you think it is, but doable for sure. So I highly recommend these. And then last but certainly not least, gut fuel. So this is my fiber and resistant starch powder. It's pretty much gone. So this has 5 grams of fiber in 1 scoop, and this is the size of the scoop. All you do is you pop this in a protein shake. That's what I normally do. Or if you're a smoothie person, you could do that. You could try to mix it into oatmeal. I've had clients do that before, and it's a really, really great way to support your gut, your brain, and your inflammatory systems, because this fiber, it's pretty gentle, but it also has resistant starch. Now, we're not going to get into that, but it's one of the things that feeds certain types of bacteria in the gut that produce short-chain fatty acids that are really, really, really beneficial for your whole overall brain-gut connection health. So if you are having a hard time getting foods in, if you're having a hard time figuring out how to get fiber, you can start with something like this. Start with half a scoop. See how you feel. Then you add in the full scoop, see how it feels. Then maybe you know, okay, I'm at least getting this much fiber in. Now I feel like I'm getting a win, and I can start focusing on expanding that, okay? Now I will say, if this is kind of new to you, you might want to take your time. When you add too much fiber in all at once and your body is not used to it or accustomed to it, it can cause people to feel uncomfortable. And once you feel uncomfortable, you stop doing it. Of course you will. And I don't want you to deter yourself from doing something really beneficial. The other thing is that if you find that no matter what, you cannot tolerate fiber foods, you need to get your gut looked at. That is not normal. You should be able to tolerate the foods that literally feed your gut to keep you functioning. And when we get to a point where that's no longer possible, we know that something is out of balance. There's something in there that shouldn't be in there. There's a lack of something. You got to get it looked at, okay? You could do that with the stool sample test. Work with somebody. Do not order these on your own, because you're not going to understand all of the nuances, and then you won't have anything to take action on. You'll just have a bunch of information, not know what to do with it, and it's a waste of money. That's my personal opinion. So work with somebody on this. I will link the options that we have here below, but choose anybody that makes you feel safe and that you trust. And the last thing that I will recommend is, if you have no idea where you are with this, well, I think I get fiber, but I guess I don't really know. Track it. Take 2 weeks and track it with the mindset that you're just simply gathering information. You don't have to change anything. In fact, you shouldn't change anything about your whole routine. Just continue to do what you normally do. Keep track of it. Either write it down, use MyFitnessPal, use Chronometer. There's a million free options out there. Use any of them and take a look at what it is that you're actually getting. You're going to have to take some time to measure a few things so that you actually understand what is coming in, and then you can get an idea. That way you can say, oh, okay, I'm really not that far off. Let me just add something like an apple in and I'll be at my goal. Or you can say, holy shit, I thought I was eating tons of fiber when I eat this salad, and as it turns out, I'm getting like 6 or 7 grams, and I'm way farther off base than I thought I was. Okay, you deserve that. You deserve to understand the things that you're already doing that are helping you, and you deserve to be really specific with yourself about how you are going to make changes moving forward. That's part of how we eliminate the stress of all of this, okay? So it's going to feel maybe a little cumbersome for a little bit. There's no getting around it, but once you go through it and you have a clear idea, you're going to know exactly what you need. And if you don't, you know that you have me. You can reach out, you can ask questions, you can list them here. If you found that this was helpful, I'd love it if you shared it. Like, subscribe to this, and let me know where else things in your nutrition and gut health world are feeling sticky, and we'll go over it. Have a good one, guys.